Nebraska's got nothing to lose, Rob.
68% of the games when Lincoln Riley has been on this Oklahoma staff, they have produced at least 500 yards of offense. Staggering numbers. We'll see at halftime. For the call, we go upstairs. Joel Klatt and Gus Johnson.
Big Noon Saturday is sponsored by AT&T Business. From Gaylord Family, Oklahoma Memorial Stadium here in Norman, we've got a special one for you today as the Nebraska Cornhuskers out of the Big Ten Conference coming to town to take on the Big 12s and the number 3 ranked Oklahoma Sooners. Hi, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson along with my partner Joel Klatt. And welcome to Norman, folks. And we have one of the preeminent rivalries in all of college football on the 50th anniversary of the game of the century. JK, you grew up in Colorado, watching the old Big Eight.
That's right.
You know how important this game is.
I was going to say, you can take the teams out of the Big Eight, but you cannot take the Big Eight out of this game. It feels like there should be a Orange Bowl berth at stake, right? I mean, listen, well, how lucky are we? We get to see one of the most iconic college football rivalries return right here in Oklahoma.
All right, and for the Oklahoma Sooners, ranked number 3 in the country, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, even Jalen Hurts last year was a candidate. Spencer Rattler, at this particular moment, is a candidate for the Heisman Trophy.
Well, and he's got to play clean. He didn't play clean against Tulane. It's one of the reasons why OU was in a dogfight late in that game. But when he does play efficient, this offense is so potent, one of the best in all of college football. On the other side, Adrian Martinez. Here's a guy that has got to be explosive with his legs in order for his team to compete and potentially pull off the upset in this game. 15 games of 300 or more yards. When he avoids that big mistake, this Nebraska team is very potent on offense, but again, it's his legs. He's got to make a big play. Last week's 70-yard touchdown run. He's got to do something like that today if the Huskers are going to come in here and pull off the upset.
All right, time now to join the third member of our team on the sideline, the All-American girl, Jenny Taft.
Well, guys, no one understands the significance of this rivalry better than Nebraska head coach Scott Frost. He grew up going to games, even playing into himself, and he told us that this week he spent time talking to his players about the history of this rivalry, but not just 1971, not just the game of the century, what we're celebrating today. He went back to 1969 when the Huskers had a tough start to their season, but they finished strong with plenty of program-defining wins. That is what Nebraska is searching for, and they're not intimidated. Quarterback Adrian Martinez told me Oklahoma is a really good team. Everyone can count us out, but any given Saturday, anyone, Gus, can win a game.
All right, Jenny, thank you very much. Nebraska won the toss. They deferred. Oklahoma will receive it. It's going to be a hot one today, folks. The Grapes of Wrath sun is out here in Norman. 87 degrees at kickoff time. It's expected to get up to 91. And the series that dates back to a 1912 meeting in Lincoln, Oklahoma leads it and has won 5 of the last 6. And we're underway. Mario Williams is the deep man, heads into the end zone for a touchback. And for the Sooners, here comes Lincoln Riley's offense led by the Rattler.
I'll tell you, man, this guy is so talented. You watch him throw, the ball just pops out of his hand. He's got plenty of weapons around him, but it's really about him playing within the offense. We just saw the piece in that wonderful interview that Coach Stoops did with Lincoln Riley and Spencer Rattler, and he said it himself. When he just utilizes the system and goes through his reads, that's when he's at his best.
So first down and 10 at the 25 for Oklahoma. Sooners beat Western Carolina 76-0 last week. They throw the ball near side, caught Hazelwood with the reception, and he's stopped by Luke Reimer. Let's take a look at this Sooners offense.
Experience up front, Swenson and Robinson out on the outside. They're your tackles. Talent in the skill position and lots of it, but I think maybe the thing that makes them the most dangerous is the tight end H-back position. It'll be Austin Stogner in there early in the game, but they got 4 deep.
Second down and 4 at the 6. Gray running over the left side with running room, and he's pulled down around the 40. Reimer again with the tackle, and this Nebraska defense wants to be physical with OU.
And they are an experienced bunch. Ben Stilley and Garrett Nelson are 2 guys that have got to play great. Obviously, JoJo Doman is a guy who's very experienced. He's got to play great. Cam Taylor-Britt on the outside is going to be challenged. He came back this year to play in his last year at Nebraska, and he's going to have one of his better games.
First down at the 41. Rattler takes it out, looks deep, and throws it over the middle, and it's caught close to midfield. And immediately, Marvin Mims, the sophomore, goes down. But they're looking for more from Marvin Mims, and they've got to get the ball to him.
Mims is such a good player. 6 catches, 136 yards. He was a preseason kind of second-team All-America guy, and you just get the sense that he's primed for a breakout.
Gain of 9. Here's a little reverse around the left side. Michael Woods, and Woods out of bounds, stopped by Deontay Williams, and it's a first down for OU after a gain of 5.
One of the biggest things rules when trying to stop OU is that you got to play great first down defense to get them behind the chains and take the element of those short screen passes and the play action pass out of their playbook for that set of downs. So this Nebraska team, first down, that is the key down for their entire day.
Opening series for Oklahoma. Rattler all day to throw to the sideline, puts it on the money, and out of bounds goes Cody Jackson, the freshman from Richmond, Texas, in front of JoJo Doman.
Other things that just keep your eye on early in this game is how often is Nebraska changing the look on Spencer Rattler, dropping 8 in coverage, then bringing, man pressure. How different does it look from snap to snap?
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 at the 42. Gray, the single setback with Spencer Rattler. Rattler threw 5 touchdown passes in the first half last week and did not play in the second half. Rattler drops it off near side. Gray in space, makes the first man miss, and finally goes down at the 42. DeAndre Thomas with the tackle, and he'll pick up a couple.
Good pursuit there from the interior defensive line, in particular because Gray made a couple of Huskers miss. Thomas, though, was there to force a manageable third down situation here for Nebraska. This is when you got to try to get off the field.
Great opportunity for the Cornhuskers here. 3rd down and 6 at the 41. Drake Stoops, the motion man.
Oh, they got a false start. What a great shift from the defense. When they were in there, that defense just shifted over a gap. Drew.
Full start. Offense, number 52. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
And that is Tyrese Robinson, the right tackle.
And he was reacting to that Nebraska movement. Really good, subtle game plan there on a 3rd down. Now forces the ball even deeper. And this is a great situation where you can try to get off the field on the first drive of the game.
The philosophy of the Cornhuskers today, we've got a Big Ten Oklahoma. Drag them into the gutter and make this a street fight. 3rd down and 11 at the 46. Rattler, perfect so far with time, delivers. Sideline caught, looks like a first down. Woods again ran a great route, and Rattler with a terrific throw.
This is one of the things that is an Oklahoma trademark. They're probably the best in the country at what's called scramble rules. When the quarterback leaves the pocket, the wide receivers know exactly what to do, and it's no different there. Woods comes back to his quarterback, understands that he's in trouble, makes the catch, turns abruptly, and gets the first down.
Last week versus Western Carolina, Woods 2 catches for 8 yards. First down and 10 at the 34. Gray remains in the backfield. And they'll give it to him straight ahead. And he'll find some space, falls down at the 30. Luke Reimer again in the middle with the tackle.
This Nebraska defense has been playing really good football. They haven't given up a touchdown in almost 7 quarters of football over their last couple. And even the scores that they gave up against Illinois, one was a muff punt safety. There was a fumble from their offense that was taken back for 6. So they've played pretty well all year.
2nd down and 7. Rattler in trouble, and he'll just fire this one to the sideline, and it's knocked down. Looks like he was trying to throw it out of bounds. Mario Williams, closest man to the football.
Yeah, but it was the pressure really in the back end that forced Rattler to get rid of that ball. I thought he should have just thrown this out of bounds, but you're right, it was inbounds, and there was an opportunity there for a huge interception. And OU had to turn into a defensive back there. Mario Williams basically just batting that ball away.
Makes it 3rd down and 7 at the 31. Opening series for Oklahoma. Kennedy Brooks in the game. Rattler out of the gun. Rattler jump pass, and he's got his man in space. Williams breaks it down all the way to the Nebraska 12. Deontay Williams with the saving tackle, but on 3rd and 7, OU gets 19.
Boy, if you're a Husker, you're looking for an offensive pass interference on Drake Stoops, but you're not going to get it. Guess why, Gus? That ball was actually caught behind the line of scrimmage. That's a screen. He can block downfield.
1st and 10 at the 12, and they'll keep it on the ground this time. Brooks, and he'll lean down and go down at the 6. Ben Stille with the tackle.
Even though that wide receiver came all the way across the field, he actually dipped back into the backfield, Gus. It's such a clean design that allows Drake Stoops to go down the field, block his man, and it doesn't draw the penalty flag. Beautiful design from Lincoln Riley there to set up that 1st down. And now they got, what have we got here? 2nd and goal. Well, they can get a 1st down at the 2, 2nd and 4, right?
That's right, 2nd down and 4 at the 6-yard line. And they hand it off to Gray. Gray still churning his feet. Can he get in? And he's short.
He got a lot of help from his friends there. Like Reggie Bush pushing Matt Weiner across the goal line against Brady Quinn back in the day, but just didn't quite get there.
That was the first and last block Reggie Bush ever made. 1st down and goal from the 1 for Oklahoma. Power formation.
Somewhere Drew Brees is nodding.
Hall and Gray out of the I formation. 2nd man through, and he won't get there. Gray. Some hard hitting by that Nebraska front 7.
I think that was DeAndre Thomas, number 97, working as a defensive tackle, and he splits a double team and makes the tackle. What a brilliant play down there in the middle of that defense. Junior from Mustang High School in Oklahoma.
2nd down and goal at the 1, so he's home. Hall and Gray. Rattler, quarterback sneak. No signal yet.
I don't think he got there.
Yes, he did. Touchdown. I guess the second push partner got him over the line. And Oklahoma takes a 6-0 lead.
That initial scrum wasn't quite there, but watch as Rattler just kind of keeps his feet moving. Right here, he's not in. And it looks like they're going to get him stopped, and then I guess he just kind of falls forward. So when they come in and see where he actually was holding the ball and it was across the goal line, they gave it to him.
Gabe Burkich comes in to attempt the extra point. Got it up and good. 14-play drive covering 75 yards, 8 passes, 6 runs. They eat up 7 minutes. Oklahoma with a 7-0 lead. Time now for progressive game flow. Big Noon Saturday is sponsored by AT&T Business, keeping your business connected with AT&T 5G. And by Progressive Insurance, save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. Fans voted, and Wendy's and Fox College football. Listen, you're looking at the Wendy's Viewers Choice Cam, focused on the Oklahoma offense. Go to @CFB on Fox on Twitter to enjoy this alternative view for the rest of the game. 7-0 Oklahoma. And now Nebraska with an opportunity. It's fair caught. And that will bring out Adrian Martinez, ready for his first shot at this Sooner defense. Up 7-zip. Now it's time for our celebration moment, sponsored by Allstate. We're here in Norman to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the game of the century when #1 Nebraska met #2 Oklahoma in 1971. And the game lived up to the hype with 4 lead changes, including 2 in the fourth quarter. Nebraska scored with less than 2 minutes remaining to win the game. The Cornhuskers would go on to win their 2nd consecutive national title that season. First down and 10 at the 25 for the Cornhuskers.
Ball start. Offense, number 54. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So Bryce Benhart, the right tackle. So Adrian Martinez, in your opinion, Joe, this young man has really improved.
Well, he's playing the best football he's played at Nebraska. He's throwing the ball on time. He's been explosive with his legs, and he's going to need to be explosive with his legs. But this is just not the start they need here.
Offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty. First down.
One of the things that Nebraska has had such a hard time of is the small mistakes, whether it's turnovers or penalties. And here on their very first series, they're just not going to have much success if they're going to be shooting themselves in their foot. Early in the game, at any point really today, they're going to have to play very clean in order to beat Oklahoma here.
So without even snapping the ball, Nebraska faced with a first down and 20. Back-to-back penalties. Martinez surveys the defense. Now he decides to tuck it and gets out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Let's take a look at this Cornhusker offense. 28-3 winners last week against Buffalo.
Well, that offensive line already a couple of mistakes with the false starts, but on the outside, they're much more athletic and long on the outside. This is a group that is much better suited to help Adrian Martinez than they've had in the past. Toure, the transfer from Montana, is a guy that's had a couple of really big plays of late.
He wears number 3. Martinez runs the old school option and goes down after about a 2 or 3 yard gain. Deshaun White with the tackle. That's a gain of 5, actually, defensively for OU.
Well, this defense really should be one of the best defenses in the Big 12, maybe in the country. Very experienced up front. They're really good. Perrion Winfrey's a guy to keep your eye on. Nick Bonito, he's a preseason Walter Camp All-American. And then in the back end, they've got some length finally. DJ Graham, Jaden Davis out at corner for the injured Woody Washington.
Third down and 12 at the 23. Ramir Johnson in the backfield. Martinez to throw it. With time, over the middle, he put it on a dime, and look at the run after the catch. What a job, Omar Manning. And that is a gain of 31, first down, Nebraska.
Wow, that's just a huge boost to them. First and 20 to move in the chains. Not a lot of pressure from that defense. The pocket was clean, allowed Martinez to read it down the field, and then there's Manning. Gus, he's one of those guys with great length. He is 6'4", 225 pounds. And he found the big wide receiver right across the middle.
So a first down for the Cornhuskers at the Oklahoma 46. And they'll hand it off near side. Nothing doing. Wow, nice tackle, Nick Bonito.
I tell you, man, that guy is a player. 6'3", 240. His first step is quick. He's athletic in space. He can rush the passer. I think one of the things he does best is just he's disruptive. He moves well. They stunt with him. That could be a force.
Loss of 1. Second down and long. Martinez steps up in the pocket, wants to run it. And he'll go out of bounds at around the 43, maybe the 44-yard line.
You know, I think Oklahoma's going to have to spy Martinez today. Almost all of his rushing production is not on quarterback design runs, but rather passing plays that break down. He finds a lane, and then he's gone. So in obvious passing situations like right now, Gus, this is the prime example. OU has got to spy Adrian Martinez, probably with Nick Bonito, number 11.
He ran for 112 yards against Buffalo. Third down and 7 at the 43, and they'll run it, lean down, and get to the 39-yard line. 4 down territory, partner?
Yeah, and that play call suggests that that's exactly what Scott Frost was thinking. It's 3rd and 7, so he thinks, okay, I got 2 snaps at this. Why not run it, create a shorter 4th down opportunity? He was going to keep his offense on the field the whole time.
4th down and 3 yards to go. Gabe Irvin in the backfield with Adrian Martinez. Here's Adrian looking, fires, he's got his man. Oh, a stumble, but a 1st down. Austin Allen, the junior from Aurora, Nebraska, picks up the 1st down.
How about this catch? It was a little behind him, and he goes back, and he's backpedaling towards the sticks, and he gets it. And now Nebraska has a couple of really good 3rd and now a 4th down conversion on this opening drive.
I tell you what, if Martinez would have let him a little bit, a lot of running room for Allen. 1st down at the OU 34 opening series for Nebraska. Play fake. Martinez sideline, and it's caught and out of bounds. This is the kid, folks. This kid here, Samori Toure. The transfer, as you mentioned, from Montana. He's been putting up some gaudy numbers so far this season.
He's 6'3", he's 190 pounds. Last week, guess what he did? 2 catches. You're like, well, that's not great. 136 yards, 2 tugs. All right. Montana? You think they call him Montana?
That's a great nickname.
Call him whatever they want if he's getting 2 tugs a game.
Gain 9 yards, 2nd down and 1. You can call him Big Sky as well. Here's Martinez, and he'll flip it forward. This is Betts, and Betts strung out and dropped. Nicely done. Uguebu, the junior from Katy, Texas, with the tackle. No gain.
Another 3rd down opportunity, and judging by the fact that they already went for it, I would guess that they probably got a couple of play calls here ready, so it wouldn't shock me at all if they go some sort of zone read here, quarterback with an option in order to run this ball and still go for it on 4th if they don't convert.
Oklahoma favored to win this game by 22.5. 3rd down and 1 at the 25.
Unbelievable.
Full start. Offense, number 69. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
This is the 3rd false start. Normally you don't recover from things like that on a drive. As an offense, if you have 1 penalty as an offense, your percentages of scoring go way down, below 20 at any point in the drive. And they've already had 3 on this series alone.
So that brings up a 3rd down and 6. Martinez, back foot, caught, turned up. And this is Ramir Johnson, who normally lines up in the backfield. And he picks up a 1st down.
And Johnson's got good hands and speed. That ball was kind of floated out to the outside. He didn't put a lot of zip on that ball. Martinez didn't, and he just threw it right over the defender. And it's another conversion for Nebraska. They have been absolutely living on the edge. There's Alex Grinch, the defensive coordinator for Oklahoma. Can't be happy with how his defense is playing.
11th play of the drive that started at the 25-yard line. Johnson straight ahead. He'll cross the line of scrimmage, go backwards. Nick Bonito defensively for OU.
There's going to be another penalty right here, and this is again going to be on the offensive line of Nebraska. After the play.
After the play. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Offense, number 51. 15-yard penalty from the dead ball spot. 1st down.
That's a center, Cam Jurgens. And this offensive line for Nebraska just shooting themselves in the foot.
Check out the bottom of your screen here. Here's 51. And he just throws the player to the ground and then goes after him. Now, the block originally was great. Okay, you pancaked him. There was no reason to go WWE and then dive on top of him there. Draws the flag. 4 penalties on the offensive line alone, and mental mistakes, false starts, not knowing the snap count. That one, extracurricular after the play. They have got to lock it in mentally here.
2nd and 23. Martinez in trouble, and he'll just throw this one incomplete.
Well, now it becomes you're trying to gain some field position for the upcoming kick, and they have struggled in the kicking game. Connor Kolb, Gus, is their kicker. He was the Big Ten's kicker of the year last year, but already this year he missed 2 extra points against Illinois, 3 field goals last week, so they've got to get some better field position for him here.
3rd down and 23. Martinez, he decides to run it and goes down quickly. Oklahoma ready and waiting. Carry-on Winfrey with the tackle.
Martinez missed the cut here. It's a design quarterback run, but watch if he's got his eyes over the left side of the field. If he takes it over there, that's where the green grass is. He's got leverage with his offensive line against Caleb Kelly. He chooses to go right and doesn't gain much.
So a 51-yard attempt for Connor Culp. He was 0 for 3 last week. And good. But a flag on the play. And if this is against Nebraska, oh my goodness. They average 5 penalties a game.
I think they're going to get OU for their alignment.
And they have 4 on their first series, Nebraska. So let's see.
Illegal formation. Defense. Number 31 was lined up over the long snapper. The penalty is declined. The result of the play. Successful field goal. Timeout.
All right, Nebraska will settle for 3 points. First quarter, 7-3 OU.
The Bud Light logo makes people think.
Time to celebrate Fansville and college football's return to glory with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve. It's a beautiful day here in Norman, 91 degrees. Some of the alumni coming back. That's Trey Young, the point guard for the Atlanta Hawks, who played here at Oklahoma. Cornhuskers send it away, line drive kick, and it goes out of the back of the end zone. 1:21 to play in the first quarter. And here comes Spencer Rattler, off to a terrific start for Oklahoma. Today is sponsored by Pacific Life, more than 150 years strong. Protect what matters most. And by Ram Trucks, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year for the 3rd year in a row. From Bob Devaney and Tom Osborne to Barry Switzer and Coach Stoops, many of the coaches that have faced off in this rivalry are legendary. And there's one right there. There's just some legendary dudes right there. That's Coach Barry Switzer in the middle. Brian the Boz Bosworth, who played here at Oklahoma, and then that guy on the right looks kind of familiar. Was he a quarterback? Did he play some football somewhere?
He did. You know, he started to play his college ball here, ended at UCLA, and I think he was a pretty good Dallas Cowboy.
Oh, okay. He won a couple of titles there, or maybe more than just a couple. And he works with us at Fox. That's a great Troy Aikman. I got a great story about that. I used to work with Terry Donahue.
Yeah.
And Coach Donahue told me that Barry Switzer called him when Troy was getting ready to transfer, and he said, you know, I got a quarterback that you might want to take a look at. Troy went out to L.A. After the first 5 throws, Coach Donahue said, I think I may have the first overall pick in the draft. And that was it.
And that was it. I tell you, before the transfer was in vogue, Troy Aikman to UCLA. You know, Terry Donahue was a legend at UCLA, and he passed recently. And Troy was out in Southern California at his funeral. Terry was, and just such a great man, has a great family, and best to his wife Andrea and his family.
Here's Rattler throwing it up in traffic, almost picked off. That ball knocked down, intended for Mario Williams. In the coverage, JoJo Doman.
And Gus, that's twice now that Rattler has thrown the ball into precarious situations. This is the one area where Spencer can struggle a little bit, as he forces the ball, he forces the issue. He said in that piece with Coach Stoops before the game that was the way he played in high school. He was a free thrower. He's got to play within the offense here.
2nd down and 10 at the 36. Kennedy Brooks in the backfield for Oklahoma. Rattler rolls out of the pocket, throws near side, and that one sails high for Hazelwood. And that brings up 3rd down and long.
Now you got to find a way to get some pressure on Rattler. Remember, what Oklahoma does so well, in particular on longer yardage situations, is if Rattler can stay alive in the pocket, those scramble rules become a thing, and you don't want to cover for 4 or 5 and 6 seconds. So they got to get some pressure on Rattler right away.
3rd down and 10 at the 36-yard line. Can Nebraska get off the field is the question. Oklahoma needs to go to the 46 for first down. Rattler in the pocket, steps up, buying time, and he will not pick up the first down. Great pursuit, great contain by Nebraska. Cam Taylor-Britt knocks him out of play, and OU will punt it away.
That's a really smart call by their defensive coordinator, Eric Chinander. He played a soft zone. There's just nowhere to go. You need all those yards to get to the 46-yard line. Unable to do it. Rattler had to tuck it down. Nebraska gets off the field.
And despite a lot of mistakes early, Cornhuskers in this game at the end of the first, 7-3.
Dustin Poirier.
Sponsored by AT&T Business.
Just saw Bob Stoops honored here on the field with his College Hall of Fame plaque. There's the athletic director, Joe Castiglione, just to his right. Bob Stoops, legend. And really had to rebuild Oklahoma after they were in the tank in the mid-90s. That was when Nebraska was rolling. Remember, they were beating. Scott Frost was a quarterback of a team that beat Oklahoma 62-7. It's one of the reasons Bob Stoops came here to Norman. Joe Castiglione hired him, and they have built back one of the best programs in all of college football.
Nebraska trying to get back to the top of the college football totem pole as well. That ball goes out of bounds. Right now our score 7-3.
Pacific Life game summary sponsored by Pacific Life, more than 150 years strong. Oklahoma, a couple of nice conversions on their first series. They went 93 yards, put it in the end zone. Nebraska overcame 4 penalties, Gus, in order to get that field goal. 4 penalties, 30 yards. They were good on third down and got a fourth down conversion. And now that offense has got to come out and they've got to play clean. No laundry on the field.
First down. I'm sorry.
Don't go ahead.
First down and 10 at the 18-yard line. Savion Morrison in the backfield. And they'll give it to him straight ahead, and he'll plow forward. Look at that leg drive. Should have been stopped for about a 2-yard gain, and he'll pick up even more. Josh Ellison with the tackle.
And you know Morrison is ready to go because he's from Tulsa, Oklahoma, Edison High School. He broke Spencer Tillman, our colleagues, Edison High School rushing record. He's coming back here. You know, his whole life he probably wanted to be a Sooner. He was likely recruited by Oklahoma, had to go to Nebraska, and here he is playing in this storied rivalry.
So they give him only 1. Second down and 9 at the 19. Martinez in trouble. Rolls out of the pocket. And Martinez goes down. This time it's, guess who? Nick Bonito. And some good pressure coming from up the middle.
I was just going to say the pressure was there, and the pressure is going to come from the middle of the field. But then watch Bonito as he was the spy. And that's what I've said all game so far is they're going to have to spy Martinez in order to get him on those broken plays, and they do there.
Brian Asamoah with the pressure. A loss of 2. Third down and 11. Toure in motion, now in the slot. Watch him, folks. Martinez looks that way. Martinez breaks a tackle. And Martinez dives forward and gets to the 25. Not enough for a first down, but some great pressure being applied by that Oklahoma defense.
Watch the defensive end right here. He's going to come swooping around from the interior, and he's got Martinez dead to rights. That's the elusiveness. Just the small slide to his right. He gets what he can get, but they're still going to have to punt it away.
Looks like Isaiah Thomas got in the backfield and disrupted that play. So Daniel Cherney will punt it from the 10. Marvin Mims back deep at his own 40.
Nebraska calls their first timeout of the half.
And they've brought Pristup in to punt for Cherney. Back after this. His ultimate college football road trip with our own Mark Titus and Charlotte Wilder is at Oklahoma this week. Head to @CFB on Fox social platforms to check out all the behind-the-scenes fun here in Norman. So, Daniel Cherney He had all 12 punts for Nebraska this year, but right now replaced by William Pristum, who was the starting punter in 2020 for the first 6 games, and OU will have it around the 20-yard line. 1971 was an epic year in the sports world. Johnny Unitas and the Baltimore Colts won Super Bowl V. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and the Milwaukee Bucks were crowned NBA champions. Roberto Clemente led the Pittsburgh Pirates to a World Series title, and Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali fought in the fight of the century at Madison Square Garden. Looks like that was the punch that broke Ali's jaw. First down and 10 of the 23. And they'll hand it off to Brooks with room. Kennedy Brooks, high stepping. Kennedy Brooks all the way up to the 46-yard line before being brought down by Dismuke.
That's so important for them to get that run game going. That's where they get all their explosives off of, is the play action pass. And Brooks, it's so good to see him back on the field after opting out a year ago.
First down at the 46 after the 23-yard gain. Brooks remains in the game. Low snap, handled. They give it to Brooks, stretches it out, and Kennedy Brooks goes down close to that first down marker. Kennedy Brooks, really impressive young man. 6 carries, 48 yards, and a touchdown last week. But he graduated in December with a degree in criminology, and he's now pursuing a master's in construction science. 2nd and 1 at the 45. And they'll pitch it. Brooks again. First down.
I remember way back before Red River, his freshman year, and the coaches, and Lincoln never does this. He says, hey, just make sure Kennedy Brooks is on your board. And remember what I told you? I was like, something's about to happen with Kennedy Brooks. And sure enough, he broke out in that game, rushed for 1,000 yards that season. And he has been a mainstay. Obviously opted out last year, but they are happy to have him back.
9 career 100-yard games. Eric Gray now checks in for OU. First down and 10 at the Nebraska 41. They'll stay on the ground. And look at Gray bouncing around. And he'll go down inside the 35. JoJo Doman brings him to the turf.
They're so good at this. They're going to pull around here with the tight end and an offensive lineman. And watch as Gray is just patiently right behind him. Then he sees the hole back to the left and cuts back.
2nd down and 4. And Nebraska ready that time for Eric Gray as Doman makes the tackle. First man to him. And loss of 2.
And a great opportunity after hitting that negative yardage play to try to force a kick. Oklahoma's got a great kicking game, so you know that Lincoln Riley will not hesitate to go to Gabe Burkich.
3rd down and 6 at the 37. Kennedy Brooks back in the game at tailback. Rattler to throw it. Rattler pressured. Rattler delivers across the middle, incomplete. Nebraska brought a blitz, disrupted the play, and let's see what Oklahoma decides to do.
I think he's going to kick this. He knows he's got a great kicker. He doesn't have to force the issue here on 4th and more than 5, and Burkich will come out for a long one.
Burkich tied the FBS record with 3 field goals of 50-plus against Tulane, including a career-long 56-yarder. And this, a 54-yarder. Clean snap, good hole, got it up. And no good. So the Nebraska defense holds 7-3. Here come the Huskers.
Okay, we're not going to ask for discounts.
Filling, and for a long time, Oklahoma and Nebraska, while rivals, enjoyed success even when facing each other almost every year. Prior to 2011, the teams claimed a combined 12 national championships, but as is typical of any relationship, someone starts to think that the grass is greener on the other side of the fence. In 2011, Nebraska ended their relationship with the Big 12 and Oklahoma, and in the decade since, Oklahoma has continued to flourish, winning 7 Big 12 titles, and Nebraska, they really have a record. They barely rather have a record above 500. And that reminds me, partner, of what my dad used to say. He said, son, the grass is not greener on the other side. It's just more grass.
It's just more grass. And listen, Nebraska, you're not the only ones peeking over the fence. OU headed to the SEC here in a couple of years. We'll figure out the actual date, I'm sure, coming up after the season. The little Big 8 rivals headed in opposite directions.
2nd and 9 at the 38. And they'll run it. Nice piece of running by Johnson. What do you think of Oklahoma and Texas going to the SEC?
Well, it's going to be good for them individually. They'll make more money from a revenue standpoint. I think their fan base will enjoy it. They're going to get to see better teams in here at their home stadium and help the gate. I don't know if it's going to be better for them competitively. They've lived and built a reputation on owning the Big 12, winning the Big 12. What they haven't done is even won a playoff game in this era. And they're going to go to a conference with, well, let's just face it, the top end of the sport.
3rd down and 4 at the 43. Martinez buying time. Oh, nice throw. Good catch. And a first down for Nebraska. Levi Falk with the catch, and it's a 20-yard gain.
How about Martinez buying the time, keeping his eyes downfield? Remember, he's not just a runner. He keeps his eyes downfield, finally finds Falk wide open there, hauls it in, and another conversion there for Nebraska moving the chains.
Falk, a senior from Circle Pines, Minnesota. First down at the 37 for the Cornhuskers. Johnson, the pistol back, and they'll give it to him. Runs into his own man, but finds a crease and goes down inside the 30. And right now, this offensive line is settled down for Nebraska, and they're starting to move people.
First series, 4 penalties, all on the offensive line, but you're absolutely right. They've settled down. Martinez has gotten a little time here to work the ball down the field, and then now you start seeing that powerful run game. Get a little bit of movement. That's exactly what they need, is like little small confidence builders, and that last run was one of them.
Nebraska does not feel that Oklahoma is a dominant physical team. Johnson, and he'll go down. Nicely done. Corey Roberson with the tackle.
That defensive line is so active for their coordinator, Alex Grinch. The hallmark of Alex Grinch's defense is movement, even pre-snap and then also post-snap. The defensive line slanting and stunting. He wants to get them loose in the backfield and get their production up for downs just like this. A 3rd and about 5-4. Gus, he wants those defensive linemen loose in the backfield.
They say it's 3rd down and 4 at the 31. Gabe Irvin checks in for Big Red. Martinez looking. Martinez fires to the sideline and just flicks it out of bounds. Now on that play, I thought he should have maybe run the ball.
Well, I had the exact same thought, but guess who was just waiting for him there? Nick Bonito, number 11. Watch Bonito right here. He's on the outside, and then he just falls back, and he's the spy. His whole responsibility is Adrian Martinez. That's the threat that Martinez is with his legs. So Bonito, the preseason All-American, he didn't have any other job other than to keep number 2 from running for a first down.
So Nebraska comes on to attempt a 50-yard field goal. Connor Cole. He missed it. Pushed it wide right. 7:05 to go. The score remains 7-3. Back to Norman after this.
Norman Sooners still up 7-3. Rob Stone here with you. Coming up on the State Farm halftime report, the guys are going to chime in on this really interesting quarterback battle between the two QBs on this one, plus a statement opportunity for number 8 Cincinnati, and as Michigan State for real, guys, unbeaten, huge road test in Miami against the ranked Canes.
All right, Rob, thank you very much. First down, Rattler delivers and incomplete. I saw Rob coming out of the weight room this day. He's kind of getting jacked on us.
Is that why he went no coat?
You know he's got to show it off.
I was going to say, he comes out, he's got his sleeves rolled up a little bit. We know he's been working hard in the gym. Very impressive.
Mr.
Yes,
Atlas, there he is. That's it. That's it. What are you going to say about that, Brady? Second down and 10 for Rattler. And they'll give it to Gray. Cuts it up the sideline and goes down as he crosses the 40. Rattler started 6 for 6, Joel, but just 2 for 7 since. What have they done, Nebraska defensively?
I think they've changed up the look. They'll play soft zone on one play. Then they'll play a tight man-to-man coverage on the next. They've gotten some pressure to him, forced him to hold the ball in the pocket on different snaps. And as a quarterback, it's just mentally taxing to see a different picture on every single snap.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense, number 9. That's his first of the game. 15-yard penalty from the dead ball spot. First down.
That's Markel Dismuke, the senior from Compton, California. This defense has been a little dirty, a little nasty. Offense as well. So they move the ball up to the 45.
Lincoln Riley loves to take shots when he gets advantageous field position like this.
And Rattler wants to run. Rattler trying to get outside, and he is slung down. A flag on the play.
I think this is going to be an offensive face mask.
Quentin Newsom with the tackle.
It looked to me like Rattler, when he first put his arm out to stiff arm, went right to the face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, offense, number 7. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
So watch here, Rattler, see, he goes right up to the face mask, grabs it, and just kind of keeps it up there as he's trying to get away from Quentin Newsom. Newsom is a sophomore. He's 6'1", 185 pounds, played that perfectly. And now Oklahoma, after getting that penalty on the other side, the unsportsmanlike, they had great field position, and now they give it right back.
I tell you, I love the way this Nebraska team is competing, despite all the mistakes. First down and long. And they'll run it. Gray with a nice spin will get close to midfield.
This is a situation that, as a play caller, Lincoln Riley knows that you're not trying to force the ball down there and try to get a first down right away. What you are trying to do is create a more manageable third down situation. So he's looking for 10 yards right here, and to make this a 3rd and 8 or a 3rd and 7. That's what this play is going to be designed to do.
Second down and 17 at the 48-yard line. Empty backfield for Rattler. Here comes a blitz. They pick it up. Rattler steps up on the move. Nice throw. Great catch as Woods found a soft spot.
Great movement in the pocket from Rattler, and that's exactly what they did. They all ran kind of curl routes, and finally Woods came open late. Rattler found him after eluding that blitz in the backfield.
11-yard gain. 3rd down and 6. Rattler throwing high and incomplete. And once again, it looks like this Nebraska defense has held Oklahoma off. Unless they go for it on 4th down, and I don't think they will.
I don't think they will either. Oh, how about this? After the missed field goal, he's not even going to let Burkins try this one. It would be pressing it. Listen, this would be 58-yard field goal attempt. Nebraska's got to play safe defense here. This has got to be punt safe on the coverage side. Watch out for a fake.
Michael Turk punts it away from the 44. Toure is the deep man. End over end kick. And it just dies at the 2-yard line. What a job. Michael Turk comes from a family of kickers and long snappers. And he delivered a beauty right there. By Allstate. Save money like a champion with Allstate. And by Dr. Pepper. Delicious, ice-cold Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve. Welcome back to Norman, Oklahoma. This is the 50th anniversary of the game of the century, the big one between Nebraska and Oklahoma in 1971. And right now, the Cornhuskers are fighting, folks. They have been physical, a little dirty. And they pick it up first down and 10 deep in their own territory. Martinez with the handoff, and Irvin stood up and driven backwards. Deshaun White in the middle with first contact.
This is, I mean, listen, he would have loved if they had played cleaner, but this has got to be encouraging for Scott Frost to find his team in this position here. 7-3, 4:20 left until the half, but this is an important sequence because OU is going to get the ball, or excuse me, Nebraska is going to get the ball to start the second half. If they can somehow have a long drive here and score, they could get a couple of scores here in a row.
The most important thing for Nebraska, do not turn it over. 2nd and 11 at the 3. And Irvin submarining forward. Nice pressure. Cohen on the play.
I think they got to get Martinez out of the pocket with the ball in his hands. I know he'll be in his own end zone here, but get him out to his right. He's right-handed. Give him a run pass option on that side, because that's the strategy I would play. I would look for a guy in Alex Grinch to maybe line him up here a little bit with pressure, in particular from that wide side of the field. We'll see if he brings someone off of that edge.
3rd down and 11 at the 3-yard line. Irvin remains in the backfield. Martinez gives it to him straight ahead, and what a lane as he gets to the 15. How about that? On 3rd down and 11, they get 12 and a first down. Turner Yell with the tackle.
What a great run by Irvin. This guy is a true freshman. He's the first running back in Nebraska history to start the opener as a true freshman. That was against Illinois, and they're a massive run to get out from the shadow of their own goal line and set it up 1st and 10.
How about that block by Cam Jurgens, number 51, the center. 1st down and 10 at the 15-yard line. Irvin again.
Gus, it just seems like they're so much more calm after that first series. Remember, 4 penalties. Scott Frost has got to be encouraged by the way that they have reacted in this game after that first series and calmed themselves down.
8 passes, 18 runs. So they're committed to pounding the rock against Oklahoma. 2nd and 7 at the 18. They'll drop it off near side. Austin Allen. And let's go downstairs to JT. What do you got?
Calm is the perfect word to use, Joel, because when I was listening in on some of the conversations, well, O-line coach Greg Austin told his guys this game is all about assignment and intent. We've been working on it all week. Then Coach Frost came over. He said, we need to be smart, aggressive. This game is won and lost because of discipline. But there is a lot of good vibes on the sideline. They are confident. They've been confident all week about this one, putting it on display.
All right, 3rd down and 5 at the 20. Martinez delivers over the middle, and it's caught at the 31. Two-way. Big Sky with the reception and a first down for Nebraska.
And Martinez is playing a heck of a first half so far. He's 7 of 9 now. And now when he just hung in there, he knew he was about to get hit. I think it was Jalen Redmond who was bearing down on him from his left side, and he hung in the pocket, delivered it to Toure for the first down.
Martinez to throw it this time on 1st down. Fires. Incomplete. Toure, the intended receiver, and that's just the 3rd time he's been targeted today.
Wanted a big one there, trying to get him behind the defense, and he was close. Transferred in from Montana, has provided them some length, a spark, in particular in those explosive plays that he had a week ago.
So this is the 8th play of the drive that started at the 4-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Martinez. And Martinez will take a sack at the 20. Great job by Oklahoma's Josh Ellison.
Beautiful rush from Ellison as well on the outside. It was Isaiah Thomas. They both got a sandwich. Adrian Martinez, watch, he's got nowhere to go because that's Thomas 95, Ellison 90. He's coming right up the middle.
7-3, 1:11 remaining. We'll step away for 30 seconds. Oklahoma with the lead. And remember, this Oklahoma team had a big victory last week, 75-0 over Western Carolina. But prior to that, the Tulane game, 40-35. Green Wave gave them a run for their money. And right now, Nebraska doing the same. 3rd down and 19 for Adrian Martinez. Ramir Johnson, the pistol back. Toure in motion. And they'll run it straight ahead with more room as they cross the 30 up to the 31.
Boy, that is so close. If he touches the 31, they're going to give it to him. And I think based on that spot, I think he's going to get it, Gus. We're going to step away. They're going to measure. Will it be a first down? We'll tell you when we come back. Confused with that, the first down marker. It was 19. He needed 19. He got 9. 4th and 10, obvious punting situation.
30 years, partner. I've done it a billion times.
Looking at the far sticks, I was like, oh, he might have gotten
You get confused sometimes. That's how it is. Marvin Mims is the deep man. Back pedals. Mims has it at the 21. And that's where Oklahoma will start. What's going on with this Oklahoma offense right now, partner?
Well, personally, I think that Lincoln Riley was trying to get that run game going on the last series. It was a lot of Eric Gray. It was a lot of Kennedy Brooks here in the last couple of series because I think he's trying to settle Spencer Rattler down.
During the kick, holding receiving team number 8. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down.
We saw Spencer force a couple of throws early, and I think that's the one thing that Lincoln is always looking for in his quarterback. Spencer Rattler has a tendency to get too aggressive. Think that he can make every throw on the field because he's got so much arm talent. So then they tried to pull the reins back, get back to that run game. They started out with that touchdown, then a punt, missed field goal, and a punt. This, though, is a situation, how many times have you seen a quarterback that might not be totally in rhythm, get into a 2-minute situation, get to cut it loose, and it puts them in rhythm? So we'll see here if they try to get after it with 1 timeout in 57 seconds, although they've got to go 90 yards.
Eric Gray comes in at running back for Spencer Rattler and the Oklahoma offense. Rattler 9 of 15, 71 yards. He'll throw it now. Underneath, caught by Woods, and he'll weave his way up the field, across the 15 to the 17. Stopped on the play by Henrich. 7-yard gain, 2nd down. Rattler bouncing around with time over the middle softly and caught at the 25 by Stogner.
You've got some time here, and remember, Burkich has a big leg. I know he's missed from 54 today, but he's made from 56 this year, so they got to get the ball to about the 34-yard line.
First down and 10 of the 25, 23 seconds remaining in the first half. And a flag on the play.
There is no foul on the play. Nebraska calls their 2nd timeout of the half. 30 seconds in wing.
Don't forget, Rob Stone, Brady Quinn, Reggie Bush, and Matty Fresh, along with Big Game Bob. They're standing by with the State Farm halftime show right here from Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. I wonder what Coach Stoops is going to say. Coach Stoops was a defensive genius. And what is he going to say about this Oklahoma offense here in the first half and what Nebraska has done? First down and 10 at the 26. Rattler surveying Rattler. Steps up now, tucks it, and Rattler goes down. No one to throw it to that time. JoJo Doman brings him down.
I think Lincoln's going to take a timeout, try to get one more shot at this.
I'm 53, but I'm
Interesting stat for you folks. Oklahoma scored 51 total points in its first 2 games in the 2nd quarter this year. Today, 0.
They're struggling with this soft zone. Now, granted, you're getting a really soft zone here in this situation. But how many times have we seen Rattler drop back to pass after that first series and then have to hold the ball? No one open quickly. This Nebraska defense has done a heck of a job.
2nd down and 4 at the 32. 9 seconds remaining in the first half. Rattler, big strike. And he'll get out of bounds to Hazelwood. So with a soft zone, what's open? Normally,
I think you got to run them out of that soft zone. You got to get that run game, and you saw that late in the second quarter. You got some of those runs from Gray and Kennedy Brooks. If they can continue to do that, then you can force that zone, those safeties back up near the line of scrimmage and try to pop it over the top with play action pass.
First down at the 41. 4 seconds remaining. Rattler to the sideline, and it is a reception by Hazelwood again. And that's the end of the first half. If you're Nebraska,
Is under further review.
They'll see if there was a second
Play is
left.
under review. The half is not over.
Nebraska trying to get into that locker room.
Yes, they are. You know, you might be like wondering, well, why are they just throwing those out routes? Because if they can inch their way up and get a second, now you turned in a snap from about the 30-yard line with a Hail Mary to a snap from the 50-yard line, which is a much more manageable deal. And it looks like
the half is over. And the half is over, and our score on the 50th anniversary of the game of the century. How about this, folks? 7-3. The Cornhuskers balled up their fists, duking it out on the road. Coming up, the State Farm halftime report with the guys after this.
Physicality from Nebraska.
All right, thank you very much. Jenny on first down, and they run it. There's that physicality. Johnson pounding it forward, and he'll pick up positive yardage. Redmond with the stop, a gain of 7.
Well, I tell you, this team, they need a shot of confidence for their program, not just in this game, right? You got to understand where Nebraska is at right now. They're trying to fight and claw and scratch their way out of this hole that they've been in for the better part of a decade. They need a shot of confidence, like they need air to breathe. How about a score on this first series?
On 2nd down and 3, Toure follows his block, and Toure ridden out of bounds by Jaden Davis. But that should be enough for first down.
This game plan in the second half is going to be a lot of this. Tight downhill running right at the middle of the Oklahoma defense. And then in the changeup, just pitch it outside. Get it to your playmakers outside. Make Oklahoma tackle in space. But when they want to run the ball, they got to get right downhill and run it directly at the Sooners.
First down at the 38. And they're running it right at him. Johnson again. And those runs, Joel, from my experience, are like body shots. And when you're watching a boxing match, body shots, it doesn't look like it pays off initially, but over time, it really softens a fighter up.
Especially with a running quarterback. Hammer away, hammer away, hammer away, and then all of a sudden, bam, the quarterback gets outside on a little bootleg. You get a crossing route. He pulls the ball. He's gone. That's where the explosive plays will come off of, is their play action.
2nd down and 6, play action. Martinez rolling out of the pocket with time. Now he wants to run it, and he'll get to that first down marker and out of bounds.
When you run the ball effectively in the interior, Gus, that bootleg is always going to be there. They've got to commit the resources to stop the run first. So when Martinez breaks contain and gets outside of the pocket, he's either going to have to throw wide open if they try to come up and cover him, or he's going to be able to take it with his feet 5-10 yards.
First down and 10 at the 49. And straight ahead is Johnson. That offensive line for Nebraska. These guys right now are starting to move some people. They're playing physical. And what they say, the Nebraska people, Oklahoma doesn't like it physical.
I want to test the interior of that defense. And this Nebraska team, this has been a long process. I know that the fan base is frustrated. It's been a longer process than they thought. When they brought the prodigal son home from UCF, he took that team to an undefeated season, came to Lincoln. But right now what you're starting to see is a team believe in their philosophy.
More of a favorite son. And Martinez stepping up, looking, Underneath, and another reception. This time, Austin Allen. They're moving the ball incrementally.
It only happens if your quarterback is making good decisions, and that's exactly what he's doing. It's good to see Austin Allen on the field, by the way, the junior from Aurora, Nebraska, Aurora High School. He's been banged up this year, but Gus back on the field, and he's been a big weapon for them so far.
Gain of 8, first down at the Oklahoma 39. Power running for Nebraska. Irvin outside, and he crosses the 35. Gets down to the 32. Ugwebu ushers him out of bounds.
This is what I'm talking about power running. Watch the double team that takes place on the edge. Bam! That's what they want to do. The other tight end, Austin Allen. Bam! That's what we're talking about, getting physical. Get right in their face. Scott Frost said, I want to bloody their nose at the line of scrimmage. And then that clock just continues to run.
Second down and 3 at the 32. Irvin remains in the game. Here's Martinez. He's got his receiver over the middle. And down at the 19-yard line is Austin Allen. Turner Yell drops him.
They fake the option. Allen just never saw Delarian Turner Yell, who popped him, but he makes the catch regardless. Martinez puts it right on him. Turner Yell not quite there. Big hit, but Allen able to hold on, and it's another first down.
Big things expected for the fourth-year tight end who's on the Mackey Award watch list and a two-time captain, Austin Allen. Gain of 14, first and 10 of the 18. And they'll run it outside. Nice open field tackle for OU's Pat Fields. He's the nickelback.
We've seen a couple of drives where Nebraska has been able to get into that scoring position in the scoring territory. Got a field goal out of one, missed a field goal on another. You just get the sense, though, if they're going to punch one in, Martinez is going to have to make a play, whether he's throwing the ball or with his feet.
10th play of the drive. They started at the 25-yard line. Second and 10. Irvin runs right. And Irvin tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Great pursuit. Pat Fields in on the play, as well as Jalen Redmond.
OU will definitely have a spy on Martinez on this play here. Obvious passing situation. Martinez cannot force the ball. Don't make a mistake. You got to feel like you've got a good chance at least 3 points here. It's been a positive series. Martinez has got to make a good decision.
Third down and 10 of the 18. A bunch of formation at the top of your screen. Toure, number 3, is in that bunch. Johnson in the backfield with Martinez. Here's Martinez under backside pressure. Look at him. Dance. Fires. And incomplete. Nick Benito right there. And that brings up fourth down and 10.
And that's exactly what I was telling you that he had to avoid. Nobody there. He's trying to force a throw that wasn't there. Benito just couldn't get that right toe down in the end zone. Fortunate for Nebraska that they even have this field goal opportunity.
Connor Culp missed a 50-yarder the last time he attempted a field goal. This one from 35 yards away. Oh, and he shanked it. OU's defense holds. Connor Culp, it's in his head. 7-3. Here come the Sooners on O. Big Noon Saturday is sponsored by Cadillac. It's a big day for my friends at Cadillac. Reserve your all-electric 2023 Cadillac Lyric today. Reservations begin at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Go to Cadillac.com. Gus Johnson, Joel Flatt, Denny Taft with you from Norman, Oklahoma. Third-ranked Oklahoma Sooners on top 7-3. Connor Culp. He's got to find himself, find his rhythm, because they're going to need him. 9:19 to go in the third. He just missed that 35-yard field goal. He's missed 2 today. He's 1 for his last 6 over the last 2 games.
Offside with contact. Defense, number 95. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's Ben Stilley. First down and 5 for Spencer Rattler. Eric Gray in the backfield. Rattler gives it to Gray around the corner. And Gray hit hard. He picks up 3.5, maybe 4. Caleb Tanner with the stop.
You know, the way to get a team out of, we keep talking about soft zone. They're playing the soft zone coverage. You know, it's hard to throw against it. You got to stay patient. What do you do to beat a soft zone? You got to run them out of it. I think OU's got to get big and go ahead and really commit to the run game here early in the third quarter.
But is that in Lincoln Riley's nature is the question. 2nd and 1 at the 29, and they'll throw it back to Rattler. Rattler off his back foot, down the field, caught, and this is Mims. A little trickery here for a very nice game for Oklahoma.
One of you should ask about Lincoln Riley's nature right before that play. He says, I got something for him there. And he dials up a little razzle-dazzle.
Mario Williams throwing it back. Gain of 23 yards.
And he knows that sometimes it's on the offensive play caller to spark the offense, and there it might have just been what they needed.
But if you're Scott Frost, you may be saying to yourself, now they think they have to trick us instead of running it right at us. Underneath. Hazelwood. And that's a 9-yard gain.
Another thing that I think would really help OU out is stay wide in this spread set. Force that soft zone to spread out and then get into your RPO game. Run pass option. Make Spencer Rattler read it. You got a run option. You can throw it right behind the linebackers as well.
2nd down and 1. Handing it off. First down OU and more. How about Gray? Eric Gray, what a nice run. The junior from Memphis. Transferred from the University of Tennessee.
Great block by Austin Stockner. He was set up as a wide receiver, the tight end, and he came up to the 2nd level. Just a beautiful block and got Gray loose. The transfer from Tennessee, as you said, Gus, he comes in with a lot of fanfare. It reminds me a little of Trey Sermon. We might see the best of Eric Gray in the back half of the season as he gets more comfortable with this Oklahoma offense.
Trey Sermon started at Oklahoma, transferred to Ohio State. Now he's with the San Francisco 49ers. 18-yard gain. First down and 10. Gray. Eric Gray, interesting story. As we mentioned, he transferred where he ran for 1,311 yards and 8 touchdowns over the past 2 seasons with the Volunteers.
See what those backs do here, though. I mean, those are good numbers, but at OU, you know, they have been so prolific in the run game and pass game, obviously, but this is a great spot to be if you're an offensive skill position player.
2nd down and 12. Kennedy Brooks checks in at the Nebraska 23. Rattler, sideline, back shoulder, nicely done. Flag on the play as Hazelwood makes the reception.
Pass interference. Offense, number 11. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. 2nd down.
Tell you what, Quentin Newsome is playing a heck of a game over there. I know we haven't called his name a bunch, but watch number 6 in coverage here. Great coverage. I don't know about that. There wasn't much of an extension by the arm. There wasn't a big push off. Lincoln Riley cannot be happy about that call. I think that was a missed call there by the official.
I agree with you 100%.
It looked worse than it was, right? Newsome, it felt like his momentum is what carried him rather than the shove.
2nd and 27 at the 38. Rattler pulls it out, throws, caught, Stoops. And Drake Stoops. Kind of that Wes Welker type position for Oklahoma. And he'll gain 22.
And that's, you know, one thing that they haven't necessarily had. Sterling Shepard was maybe in that mold a little bit. They've had the great H-backs, the tight ends, the wide receivers, Hollywood. They've had CD Lamb, but they haven't had that traditional Texas Tech air raid style slot player. And Drake Stoops is that guy. Very smart. He's the type of guy that catches a lot of passes over the middle. And he has done a heck of a job. It went from, hey, he's got to be on the field out of necessity to get this guy opportunities.
3rd down and 5. Rattler. And another big reception by Drake Stoops. a go-to man on this drive. He picks up 9.
And he just keeps moving as Rattler gets out of the pocket. He just keeps moving. He goes over to his right, finds himself in a space, and Rattler finds him.
Hand it off. It's Gray plowing forward. Garrett Nelson defensively for Nebraska.
Well, the question was going to be, was Lincoln Riley and Spencer Rattler going to be patient enough to snap it 10, 11, 12 times in order to score? They're saying, yes, we are patient enough. We saw the trick play, but they've committed to the run game, the short passing game, Gus. Rattler has made quality decisions, and they have matriculated the ball here down the field in their opening series of the second half.
Second down and goal at the 5. Rattler to Gray. And he'll go down at the 1. Matriculating down the field. Hank Strand.
You like that, Hank Strand? Man, what a huge snap here for Nebraska. And you just wonder, in the back of my mind, I wonder if Lincoln Riley would go for it on 4th down, knowing the way his defense is playing. It's 7-3. This quarter has flown by. 14-3 would look and feel so much different than 10-3, obviously, creating a multiple possession game. They may be here 2 snaps to score.
3rd down and goal at the 1. Gray in the backfield. Play fake. Rattler, quick toss. Touchdown, OU. Jeremiah Hall, the fullback. Oklahoma can take a 14-3 lead.
Well, you're going to get the corner caught with his eyes in the backfield. That's Cam Taylor-Britt. He needs to stay outside. It's so tough when that big, heavy play action is coming right in your face, and Hall finds himself wide open.
But as you mentioned, Lincoln Riley loosened him up by committing to the run on that series, and that play action pass was wide open. Extra point, good. 10 plays, 80 yards. Oklahoma burns 5 minutes and 29 seconds to take a 14-3 lead over Nebraska.
We all have places.
Bear Dynasty, everything you want in a paint, now all in one can. And by State Farm, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. 14-3. I remember not too long ago when we were here. The truck turned over.
Yeah, the scooter.
It was scary. It was scary.
I remember. Now, and I know Jenny did some research on this. They redesigned it since.
Oh, did they really?
Yes. She was telling me they've got it's a little bit wider.
The suspension is better. 14-3. And that went into the end zone for a touchback. So coming up, we'll see if Adrian Martinez and the Cornhuskers can get something going on offense here in Norman. Super 6 app is giving you a chance to win $1 million of Terry Bradshaw's money. It's free and fun to play. Just correctly pick the outcomes of 6 NFL games tomorrow for your chance to win $1 million. Scan the QR code now. Download the app for free. So here's a question, partner. How does a 14-3 deficit change the play calling? Nebraska with 27 runs, 15 passes to this point. 1st down and 10.
Well, it's an interesting question for this offense because it doesn't. It can't. It can't change their philosophy. It can't change their play calling because their explosive plays come off of called passing plays. Martinez has 250 yards of rushing coming into this game, but they were all on scrambles, Gus. All of them. In 3 games, he had 19 yards per carry, 2 huge runs of 70 or more yards, but all of them are just regular passing plays that he gets loose.
2nd down and 5, and that one thrown high, but handled nicely at the 35-yard line. That's a terrific catch by Xavier Betts.
So they've just got to stay with their plan, continue with their plan. They've had a couple of missed field goals, or this would look vastly different. Their offense has done enough, maybe not quite. They want to punch it into the end zone, but they've got to stick with their plan, hoping that Martinez can get loose here in the next couple of series.
1st down at the 35. Martinez sets up, looks backside. He's got his receiver. It's Johnson with the running room, Great call by the Nebraska offense as Johnson gets down inside the 40 by Asamoah. But a flag on the play.
And this is going to be another horrible decision by an offensive lineman blocking after the play. They're discussing it. I think they're going to discuss the exact timing, but that's what the flag was on the field for.
The result of the play is a first down. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Offense number 51. 15-yard penalty from the dead ball spot. It's 1st and 10.
What's wrong with Cam Jurgens today? He's just made a number of just quite boneheaded plays for Nebraska.
There is a fine line when you're preaching being aggressive and being tough. Very top of your screen, way up here. Check this out. There's where Jurgens is at. He's blocking down the field. It's a great block, and then he just continues to go,
I don't know about that. Is that really a flag?
Probably not, but it comes out. And
my apologies, Cam. He's just playing through the play. Isn't that what they tell you to do?
I mean, in the first half, he threw him down, then jumped on him. That's clearly a mental mistake. That one right there, I mean, he's just dominating his man. Unless it was severely late, it was tough to tell based on that look.
We're verifying the status of the clock. It is correct. The clock will start on the ready.
But it's still a fine line, right? When you're preaching that aggressiveness and that nastiness. That one, I think that's a little aggressive with that flag. It was kind of bang, bang right at the end of the play. Probably should have stayed in the pocket.
First down at the 46. Martinez steps up in the pocket, went through. Martinez now slides down at the 45.
And he gave himself up because he went feet first. He gave himself up just before that first down. So short yardage opportunity here.
2nd and 2. Gabe Ervin in the backfield. They'll give it to him. Ervin. And Ervin goes down at the 45-yard line.
The ruling on the field is the ball carrier is down by rule. Timeout, injured player.
And Ervin is still down. No gain on the play. Will bring up 3rd down and 2.
This is painful to watch, folks.
Ooh. Back after this. Joel's breaking the huddle content, including his weekly top 10 rankings at foxsports.com, the Fox Sports app, and CFB on Fox social platforms. So Gabe Ervin walked off the field gingerly. 3rd down and 3 at the 47.
My goodness, this offensive line has made a ton of mistakes today.
False start. Offense, number 70. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That's Matt Sichterman.
That's 4 false starts and 2 unsportsmanlike conducts, all on the offensive line. And it's not just one guy. I know Jurgens has gotten a couple of them, but they've all been culprits of the false start.
Ramir Johnson checks in now at running back for Nebraska. 3rd down and 8. Martinez steps up, breaks a tackle. Martinez looking for the first down, dives, and he's close. Jaden Davis there defensively for Oklahoma.
Davis did a nice job coming up, and Martinez probably did enough here to keep his offense on the field. But Davis does a great job going down, and as he's reaching, I think he got a really poor spot there. They spotted this all the way at the 45. Remember, it's not where he goes out, but where the ball is going out of bounds.
So that makes it 4th down and 1.
Carrier is short of the line to gain. The previous play is under further review.
So they'll take a look at it.
And Gus, did you see at the last moment there with the ball in his right hand, he just reached out a little bit Now, I don't know if it's going to give him the line to gain, but I certainly think it'll give him at least a half-yard more, which on a 4th down situation would make a big difference. Watch his right hand.
Our rules analyst, Mikey Rulebooks in Los Angeles. Mike, what are your thoughts on what just took place with Adrian Martinez?
Yeah, this is a really tough one, Gus and Joel, because first of all, the spot's not a good spot because he's an airborne player, so he's not out of bounds where they put it. It's just where that ball crossed the sideline. My gut would tell me that he did reach it, but then again, you have to have something more conclusive to actually say that it is a first down. So again, it's close. They might put it down and measure, but
After further review, the ball carrier extended, reach, the goal line, the line to gain extended. It is a first down and 10. And the 14.5-yard line, the clock is good.
So, Mike, they reversed it.
yeah, and again, you don't really get the goal line the sideline extended in this situation, but they felt they had enough, and this was the best shot they had. It's certainly, I think it is a first down, and at least replay probably did the right thing and made it what it was, a first down.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. We'll check with you later. So that makes it first down and 10 at the 44. They gained 8 on the play. Johnson in the backfield for Irvin. High snap, handled by Martinez. Looking. Martinez! Wide open! And it's caught by Vokalek. Travis Vokalek with the over-the-shoulder Willie Mays type catch for a gain of 39.
It's a beautiful design here. It's a little bit of a throwback, right? It's a cross where the tight end's going to come from the near side all the way back over on a wheel, and Martinez finds him down the field.
First down and goal at the 5. Can they pay it off at Nebraska? And it's Johnson who'll get inside the 5. Regardless of what happens in this game, I love how Scott Frost has motivated his guys to compete in one of the most hostile environments in college football against one of their greatest rivals.
Well, Scott knows there's 20 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. He's got 3 snaps to get this in. This is 4-down territory. It's 14-3. Got to punch this one into the end zone.
9th play of the drive, 2nd and goal at the 4. Martinez wants to take it himself. Touchdown, Big Red. And as we enter the 4th quarter, folks, we've got a football game here in Norman on the 50th anniversary.
Look at this mash down, and then you're going to get a lead blocked by the running back. Just strength and power from that Husker offensive line, and Martinez locks it in.
And I like what you said, partner. This offensive line, they've made a ton of mistakes, yes. Oh, my goodness, the extra point blocked. Picked up. Pat Fields down the sideline. Pat Fields. Holy mackerel. What a play.
That was a point after attempt, so that is 2 points for Oklahoma. How about that? How many times do you see the defense just give up on an extra point attempt? And they came powering through, block it, and then take it back for 2. Pat Fields gives you some oxygen. Wow. Look at the push that they get in the interior of that defensive line. Get their hands up. And the kicking game for Nebraska is just...
And that was Kellen Meyer, who came in for Connor Cole. Kellen Meyer not even listed on the depth chart for Nebraska. And what a reversal. Pat Fields takes it the distance.
This is just a microcosm of Scott Frost's rebuild at Nebraska. It's for every step there's a step back, 2 step forwards, a step back. I mean, that entire situation, Gus, was a microcosm of exactly how difficult this rebuild has been. The execution and detail from their offense, the physicality from their offensive line, they get themselves right back in the game. And the point after is blocked and taken back for 2. Nebraska fans have just got to be sick to their stomach right now.
Frankie kicks it away. And OU's Mario Williams. Sideline run. And finally knocked out of bounds at the 35. A 30-yard return.
And he is a guy that they are so excited about. But you might need a nickname for him when this is all said and done. Maybe not today, because he's just a youngster.
5-star recruit, Mario Williams. Had 4 catches for 49 yards against Western Carolina. Also a highly recruited baseball prospect who was planning to play for the Sooners. Last football player that played baseball for Oklahoma was...
He was pretty good, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Kyler, something Kyler?
I'll see him tomorrow.
How about that? Gus Johnson, double duty. College football on Saturday, the NFL on Sunday. You're the best, man. I can't wait to watch that tomorrow.
It's going to be fun. 1st and 10 at the 35. This one is fun. Rattler guns it. Incomplete. No flags on the play. Jeremiah Hall, the intended receiver. Taylor Britt broke it up, but he's down. Let's hope he's okay.
Earthquake alert.
Saturday, sponsored by AT&T Business. Start of the fourth quarter, and let's take a look at the scoring through 3.
A little bit of an explosion here in that 3rd quarter from what we saw in the first half. And really some good execution by both offenses. But it was the mistakes for Nebraska, and they just keep compounding on each other, Gus. The penalties, the missed kicks, they're killing them right now.
2nd down and 10 at the 35. Brooks tries to get outside, bottled up, still on his feet, but taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Henrich, Caleb Turner combining on the play.
Boy, they love nothing else than to get that offense right back on the field. Remember, that was a long drive that their offense just had. Oklahoma's defense was on the field for quite a while. Let's get them back on the field. That's what you got to be thinking if you're the Huskers. And for Oklahoma, remember those scramble rules. When Rattler breaks the pocket, that's when they're at their most dangerous on 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 at the 35. Can the Cornhuskers get off the field? Rattler looking. And caught for 1st down. Cody Jackson, the freshman from Richmond, Texas. Foster High School with a big play as he gains 12 on 3rd and 10.
That was a perfect play call. It's just a curl route, and that's what, you know, it can be boring as a quarterback. You've got to be patient in the pocket. But that's the exact style of passing game that Oklahoma needs to start to use against this defense. This defense playing soft zone. You see those linebackers well off the ball.
1st down at the 47. Rattler seems to have calmed down a bit. Pulls it out, looking, throws the deep ball. Incomplete. Mario Williams was the target.
But Braxton Clark had such an advantage in height there. Mario Williams, he's a speedster. Clark, he can run as well, but Braxton Clark, Gus, he's 6'4". Mario Williams is only 5'9", so at the catch point, Braxton Clark just went right over the top, almost picked that ball off. That's great coverage.
2nd and 10 of the 47. Rattler sprints out, tries to set, reverses, looking, throws on the move. What a play. Flag thrown. Hazelwood gobbling up that football. Newsom with the tackle.
Yeah, I think Hazelwood did such a good job of moving after Rattler broke the pocket. He struck away from the defender And I think Newsome held him right there, and it's going to be against the Huskers. Smart play by Hazelwood. How many times do we see that from these receivers, right?
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 10. That penalty is declined, the result of the play. First down.
It's called scramble rules. These wide receivers, they're probably the best in college football at it.
12-yard gain, 1st and 10. At the Nebraska 41 for OU. Rattler on the slant, incomplete. Hazelwood, the intended receiver, that one kind of thrown behind him. Second and 10. Brooks tracked down from behind inside the 40. Well done by JoJo Doman. You know, we've been mentioning his name since the very beginning of this one.
They finally dialed up the pressure here. He's on that outside. He's the support player. He came screaming down.
3rd and 7 at the 38. Big play for the Nebraska D. Rattler. And caught at the 25 by Hazelwood again. This kid's starting to ball out. Newsome slings him down, but he gained 16 on 3rd and 7.
I asked Lincoln Riley, who's your possession guy? Who's your steadiest guy? And he said Jaden Hazelwood. He's the guy. He's the one that can get in those underneath zones, make a lot of plays.
1st down and 10 of the 22. OU moving it. They throw it to the far side this time. And it's Williams. Breaks a tackle. Finally upended by Deontay Williams after a 5-yard gain. And he lost a wheel.
OU's got to find a way to get this in the end zone here. You got a 7-point game. These drives have taken so long on both sides, right? Nebraska's offense, Oklahoma's offense. Long drives, so you don't know how many possessions Nebraska's even going to get. A touchdown here would go a long way. Got to punch it in.
2nd and 5 at the 17. Rattler. And Rattler somehow slithers out of that one. Spencer Rattler. Knocked out by Clark. But a 14-yard gain.
Well, you're never going to confuse him with Kyler Murray or even Jalen Hurts. But there, when the opportunity arose, Rattler found the open field, that grass off to the right side, and he took off. Great decision. Got him inside the 5-yard line.
1st down and goal at the 3 for Oklahoma. Rattler shovel pass inside to Hall, and that didn't fool anybody. Nelson with the tackle. Garrett Nelson, sophomore, Scottsbluff, Nebraska.
Last time they were down here, they got stuffed a couple of times before they had to just go to the quarterback sneak. They're going to put some bigger players in. And then also what we saw is that heavy play action to sneak the fullback, the H-back, out into the flat.
12th play of the drive that started at the 35. 2nd and goal at the 2. Brooks, the deep man, in a deep I formation. They give it to him straight ahead. Touchdown, Sooners.
Brooks with the 2-yard touchdown.
What a good, efficient series from OU there on offense. Rattler making great decisions here. The offensive line getting it done, providing a great hole. And Kennedy Brooks is going to be one-on-one with Luke Reimer. Down on the goal line, you never can block everybody. They call it be your own blocker. BYOB. Kennedy Brooks. At least that's what it means in football.
Burgett. Extra point. Is good. Sooners go on a huge drive. 12 plays covering 65 yards. They eat up 4:38.
Tomorrow.
Big Noon Saturday is sponsored by Honda. And by Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance. (23-9) OU. The Sooners go on a sensational drive to extend their lead. Burkett will kick it away. Ramir Johnson, the deep man for Nebraska. And Johnson picks it up on the goal line. Returns it and crosses the 10 and stopped at the 12. Drake stoops. Fuchs.
Take a look at our Pacific Life game summary, sponsored by Pacific Life. More than 150 years strong. Protect what matters most. There was Jeremiah Hall getting the scoring going in the second half. Adrian Martinez, great drive from Nebraska, but the extra point was blocked by OU. They took it back for 2 points as Pat Fields found himself 100 yards down the field. And then Kennedy Brooks, after a long drive, this OU team putting together long drives all day long in order to find themselves in the end zone, and now they've got a 23-9 lead with 10:18 left.
Nebraska miscues today. 8 penalties, 2 missed field goals, a point after block for 2 points. 1st and 10 at the 13. And a timeout on the field.
Fired head coach Clay Helton after the loss last week to Stanford. Dante Williams is now their interim coach, and let the festivities begin.
1st and 10 at the 13. Martinez winds up for the deep ball down the sideline. Hey, he dropped it in the box. Xavier Betts, and a flag.
The flag is out on the field at such an odd spot. I almost feel like this might be a sideline infraction on OU. I mean, I don't know why. It's all the way on the near side on the 40-yard line. There was no Nebraska player within that at all. No player on the field in general.
During the play, unsportsmanlike conduct for sideline interference. Oklahoma contacting an official. 15 yards will be added to the end of the play. Automatic first down.
So here's the route, obviously the opposite side, and they're just going to work one-on-one. And remember, these wide receivers, they have some length, all of them. And here's Xavier Betts, 6'2", 200. He just runs right by the corner. DJ Graham, beautiful ball from Martinez. And on the opposite side, some contact between the officials and coaches on the OU side is what drew the flag. That's the first real big explosion play we've seen so far today out of Nebraska.
So a 55-yard completion, a 15-yard penalty, 1st and 10 at the 17 for Nebraska. Martinez, Isaiah Coe there.
Boy, Martinez has played a great game. 15 of 19, 241 yards. He's running for 43 yards as well. With the sense that it's going to come down to him having to make a play. And these big wide receivers, though, the length that they have, it should pay dividends here in the red zone.
2nd down and 10 at the 17. Johnson in motion. Here's Martinez, throws it, end zone, incomplete. Austin Allen tried to go up high to get it. He's 6'9".
Just out of his reach there. Tried to fake first the run play, then a big end around. Martinez still had the ball, and Allen tries to go back over that shoulder and just out of his reach.
Makes it 3rd down and 10 at the 17-yard line. Martinez in trouble and sacked at the 25. Jalen Redmond.
Boy, when they needed it most, that defensive line showed up. Jalen Redmond comes in. He led the Sooners in sacks 2 years ago, and they finally squeezed in and got to Martinez in the back end. Here's Redmond. He's going to be on the pass rush on the outside. Just beats the tackle. Beautiful hands, ripping those hands down. Gets the edge and the sack.
4th down and 18. Nebraska going for it. Martinez steps up, throws. Oh, what an interception! Oh my gosh! DJ Graham! Give me that, Odell!
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to Allstate.
Kennedy Brooks.
Did you see what we just saw?
Partner. That may be one of the best plays I've ever seen.
Oh my goodness. DJ Graham. You know his boys back at Keller Central, Fort Worth, Texas. He ripped him loose from them shoes.
That's right. That's the call. Made many, many years ago. 2nd down and 8 at the 5.
The legendary Lyle Bremser in 1971.
Brooks. Is that the Johnny Rodgers play?
That's right. Johnny the Jet Rodgers.
Well, how about this, folks? One for the ages here.
Martinez has to force it, and then... My goodness, dude! What is going on? That is insane. DJ.
We got to see that again. If our producer, Chuck McDonald.
Keep playing that song.
Keep playing that one, man. 3rd down and 9.
Come on, DJ.
Play that song. Underneath, incomplete. And Nebraska should have a chance to get some good field position. Hazelwood, the intended receiver. Quentin Newsom, who's been playing well, knocks it away.
Not only that, but they're forcing Oklahoma to punt here. But the punter will have his heels real close to the back of that end zone. And this is when you can get after it here a little bit. It'll be totally tight punt. I've always thought that this is the best chance for a return, Gus, because the punt team has to stay in a block and make sure that this doesn't get blocked, which means that the returns on these tight punts in the end zone usually are very good.
Michael Turk deep in his own end zone. Toure, the deep man, over to the sideline, grabs it inside Oklahoma territory, and tight ropes the sideline and goes out of bounds around the 37-38. Pat Fields on special teams again, a 10-yard return. Nebraska, though, with great field position. Big Noon Saturday is sponsored by Pacific Life, more than 150 years strong. Protect what matters most. Fox Monday, it's the return of the most epic show on television. When the power goes out, chaos sets in. Don't miss the season premiere of 911, The Blackout, this Monday on Fox, starring the incomparable Angela Bassett. 1st down and 10 at the 38. Nebraska with a golden opportunity here. Martinez has been terrific. Martinez escapes, drops it sideline, caught out of bounds. Austin Allen starting to really get into the act.
And they keep running these heavy crossing routes where opposite tight ends are heading all the way across the field. OU is getting stuck in this man coverage. You're getting the play action from Martinez. You know, they're going to have an open receiver here on one of these types of plays if they continue to do this out of these bunch sets. Talking about these guys coming all the way over here.
Gain of 7, 2nd and 3 at the 31. Martinez again to throw it. Martinez holding on to it. Martinez turns it up. Picks up the 1st down at the 20, out of bounds. Sean White giving chase. A gain of 10.
Just a magician there in the back of the pocket, getting loose from that rush. Looks like they have him dead to rights here, and a couple of Sooners run into each other. Looks like that was Thomas and Benito, and Martinez moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 21. Martinez fires. Touchdown, Nebraska! Omar Manning. Yo, Adrian. 21 yards.
Great protection from the offensive line, and again Martinez making great decisions in the passing game, and this is a beautiful ball into the end zone, and watch Manning's length again become an issue. Remember, he's 6'4", and he goes up high to get it.
Extra points, spinning odyssey, and it's good. Connor Culp back in. Adrian Martinez puts it on the money. Nebraska keeps fighting. This one's not over, folks. Back after this.
I'm 50.
Team Oklahoma ready to receive, but so much fight still left in Adrian Martinez and the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Gus, that interception, by the way, the amazing play. What got lost in the excitement is it was 4th down. If he drops it, they gain that yardage and don't have to punt from the back of their own end zone. Nebraska doesn't get great field position. Nebraska now scores. It's a one-possession game. The dominoes there of the last few minutes were crazy.
And this one, fielded inside the 10. The ball was getting ready to go out of bounds. But an interesting decision on how to kick off.
Well, he shanked it. He shanked it. And I have no idea. I mean, I guess.
Was he trying to line drive it, partner?
I don't know. But he came way over the top. And I guess you would, if he's worried that the Nebraska is going to come recover it. But at that point, if he's right next to the sideline, he shouldn't pick it up until Nebraska is right there. Rattler knows if that ball goes out of bounds, they're going to get great field position. What a huge mental error and a great break for Nebraska here.
Nebraska, I feel like that was designed in some way. I may be wrong.
I think you're giving them too much credit. But
okay.
Hey, regardless, it worked out for the Cornhuskers here.
Offense, half the distance to the goal. 1st down.
And now Oklahoma takes a delay of game penalty.
And the biggest issue for this team, going back for at minimum a couple of years, has been the inability to put together 4 quarters. The entire game of details and execution. Speaking of OU, they had the first half lead in all of these games last year. They squeaked out against Iowa State in the Big 12 championship game, Tulane earlier this year. But this is what led to the losses early last year.
1st down and 14 from the 4. Oklahoma running it with Eric Gray. And you feel like there's a momentum shift here. Nebraska growing more and more confident as this game goes on with 5:20 remaining.
And they're trying to overcome 8 penalties, 2 missed field goals, a blocked extra point that was taken back for 2 points for Oklahoma.
2nd and 10 at the 8. Oklahoma throw it. For fear of an incompletion, that'll stop the clock. They run it. Gray with room. 1st down and more. There's the power running from Lincoln Riley's offense. And it was funny, you talked to him the other day, partner, and you said they kicked him out of the air raid fraternity.
That's right.
Because he runs it too much.
That's right. All the original air raid guys are like, hey, man, you run the ball too much. You can't claim us anymore. And they do. They run it very effectively. Lincoln Riley knows that his run game right now is his best friend with 4:33 and counting.
16-yard gain, 1st down and 10 of the 24. Rattler now sets up deep in the pocket. Now takes it straight ahead and is tackled from behind. Garrett Nelson.
But you can take the air raid out of the offense, but you can't take the kid out of the air raid. Lincoln Riley Remember last year in the Red River game, he threw on 3rd down late against Texas. It was dropped by, I believe, Stogner, and Texas went down to tie the game late. So he will throw the ball in big moments, trying to run the clock out.
2nd and 7 to the 27-yard line. Here's Brooks. And Brooks turns it up, crosses the 35 up to the 36. 9-yard gain. 1st down, Oklahoma. Clock keeps moving.
And Nebraska has 2 timeouts now with a fresh set of downs. You're getting down to the point where Scott Frost is going to have to start using those timeouts.
1st and 10 at the 36. Brooks again gashing the Nebraska defense. Eight-yard pickup that time. Doman.
Great block by Marquise Hayes, the guard 54. The defensive tackle on skates. Brooks right behind him there on the left side. This is exactly what Lincoln Riley needs, is be in that milk the clock mode. Rattler will not snap this ball until that play clock reaches about 3.
2nd and 2.
Snap infraction. Offense number 73. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
You know, but it's not just for the quarterback to know where the play clock is, right? I think that the center always needs to know where the play clock is as well, and he needs to know. The offensive line needs to know. There's no way Rattler's going to ask for the ball until the play clock is under 5 if the game clock is running.
2nd down and 7. Clock stops at 2:33. Rattler pulls it out, keeps it himself, picks up a 1st down. He didn't want to slide. He wanted to make sure he got that 1st down, and he takes a lick by Dismuke.
And now the timeouts will have to start being used by Nebraska during this set of downs. They've got 2 of them. And this set of downs is it right here. You got to get stops. You got to start calling timeout.
1st down OU at the 47. Remember, this drive started at the 8-yard line. Adrian Martinez would love another chance. Brooks stays on his feet. A sign of a good back, always falling forward. Ty Robinson with the tackle. 5-yard gain and timeout. Nebraska.
Does your vitamin C lack?
.152 remaining, 8th play of the drive coming up. All 7 previous plays are runs for 53 yards. 2nd down and 5 for Oklahoma at the 48. Brooks, and he's ambushed in the backfield. They get past the line of scrimmage. Daniels with the tackle. And a timeout again by Nebraska. Game on the 50th anniversary of the game of the century. 23-16, 1:47 to go. Scott Frost and the Cornhuskers out of timeouts now.
Game over if OU gets the 1st down. If they can get a stop, they'll get the ball with about 55 seconds left, 56 seconds left.
3rd down and 4 at the 47. Biggest play of the game right now for Nebraska. Rattler picks it up. Shovel pass, and the Cornhuskers were ready. They'll get another chance. What a job, Ben Stilley on Jeremiah Hall.
The 6th-year super senior Ben Stilley comes up with a huge play. He's number 95. Gets through there, and he's just waiting for that little shovel pass, and Nebraska is going to have a shot.
It's 1:15 and counting. OU with all 3 of their timeouts remaining.
Probably take one here, let the clock go all the way down to 1.
And this will be Oklahoma's 4th punt today. Sooners had punted just once all season coming in.
I'm 53.
23-16, Oklahoma. Adrian Martinez will get one more crack at it. Michael Turk punting it away. And this one out of bounds. Nebraska will get it at the 16, and here's the major difference in this game.
It's been the kicking game. This one was just over 50 yards off the right upright. Then Culp misses it left. They replace Culp, get their extra point block. Pat Fields takes it all the way back for 2 points for Oklahoma. And we've got a 7-point game. Just a wild day in the kicking game. Need a touchdown here. No timeouts. Adrian Martinez, every throw has to be either over the first down line or outside the numbers.
First down at the 17. Martinez under pressure and sacked. That's the worst thing that could have happened for him. Winfrey.
And now they got to hurry. Alex Grinch dialed up a blitz, did not want to play it safe here on the defensive side. Let his front get after it, and it pays off with a big sack. That was monumental.
2nd and 17 at the 10. And one man that probably should get a game ball is Alex Grinch, and the way this defense is played.
Number 95 for defense lost his helmet. And by rule, with the running clock under 1 minute, this requires a 10-second runoff. Nebraska declines the 10-second runoff. Therefore, the clock will start on the snap.
I love the way Alex Grinch's defense has played today.
They have answered the bell. They've been fast up front. They've gotten to Martinez at times, but more importantly, they need a big play here.
Adrian underneath, caught. Allen, he goes down. Looks like short of the first down, so the clock continues to run. Justin Broyles with the tackle. Nebraska quickly to the line of scrimmage. Martinez has got to uncork. Martinez holds it and takes another sack at the 9. Nick Bonito. And look at this Sooner D. 7 seconds. Maybe the last play of the game. Martinez gets it. Steps up. Underneath. Johnson. And that'll do it. On the 50th anniversary of the game of the century, Oklahoma defeats Nebraska 23-16 in Norman.
Moment of the game, sponsored by new Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Could it be the best Coke ever? Could this be the best interception ever? DJ Graham. Keep playing that song. And in the background, one of the biggest superstars in the world. Guess who that is filming it? That was Trae Young.
Wow, what a play. Now let's go downstairs to Jenny with Coach Riley.
Guys, thanks. Well, Coach, no denying Nebraska came to fight today. What a game. What a rivalry. 23 points for your offense, a little low. We're not used to seeing that number from you guys. How did you evaluate your offense today?
We started halves good. You know, it was a very low possession game, and so you had to make the most of your possessions. We were hit or miss there, so got to continue to get better. But listen, this is how these games are. I don't care what you see on tape from either team. I mean, this was a great rivalry, great for everybody in college football to bring it back.
I want to ask you about your defense. What a play from DJ. What a play from Pat Fields. I could hear them yelling about finishing. That has been a theme for you guys. How did they finish this one out today?
Just, I think, mentality. You know, we weren't at our best, certainly offensively. Defensively, we rose rose up and played a great game. Great play by DJ there, although I wish it would have been incomplete. It have saved us about 20 yards of field position. But hats off. Speed D was awesome today.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Jenny, thank you very much. Partner, your final thoughts, quickly.
It was so special to be a part of this rivalry in a small way as it gets brought back. And what a performance from that defense. OU, they keep their dreams alive of a potential national championship.
23-16 the final. We'll have more post-game coverage from Rob Stone and the guys right here in Norman after this.